Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll look at a very interesting topic, so stay glued because you will enjoy this video. If you're new here, then please subscribe, like, and don't forget to share your comments in the comment section down below. With that said, let's get into the video. Now, in these number of videos that I've compiled for you guys, different palm color people tell on themselves and they really come with receipts. Now, these individuals candidly review eye-opening insights. Palm color voices come forward, sharing revelations about the origins of hygiene, from Black communities, challenging the concept of palm-coloredness as a construct rather than an end identity. So join me as they unpack how this notion was shaped by influential figures and billionaires, shedding light on a narrative that questions the privilege many navigate and the efforts some make to ride on the coattails of others' achievements. Tune in for an exploration of self-awareness and societal reflections that may reshape perspectives. For now, check out these videos. I will be right back, and when I do, we talk more about this.
So I woke up this morning and I see that the video of me beating the brakes off Hillbilly got taken down last night. And I don't know which one of you simple Simon saw this reported the video of me lumping up your brother, but let me make it clear, this is not real. It was made up by billionaires to placate petulant children who couldn't accept the fact that they were never going to be billionaires, and so they had to be given something. This is not real. You didn't accomplish it, you didn't earn it, you didn't choose it, you didn't do it. People who take pride in the fact that they tan poorly do so because they've never accomplished anything else in their life worth taking pride in. They do so that they can piggyback off the accomplishments of their betters. They do so that through association, they might be able to take pride that they didn't have nothing to do with. The most illogical, backwards, entitled mentality I've ever had the displeasure of being associated with. You want to be aligned because we're both labor? Absolutely. You want to be aligned because we're American? I can give you that. But you think that we should share similar interests because we're both at a higher risk for sunburn? You're smoking. The German soldiers from killing the French, or English, or the Poles, or Russians in World War II? No, it didn't. That's because a wholly American contrivance. It was made up to placate those who don't possess the critical thinking faculties to be able to identify that. Now, make no mistake, we've exported it, but it is wholly American, made up for those who are illiterate and ignorant. Let me make it clear, I ain't going nowhere. You want to get at me, you get at me. I ain't got no problem making a sequel, and I promise you I'm gonna post it. While I'm at it, hashtag CoinCock, because until TikTok want to make this as uncomfortable as they make minority creators on this app feel, then I'm not giving them a dime. I'm not gonna have no gifts on my lives, and I encourage everybody else who creates content to do the same. Y'all have a good day.
Like the Black liberal women, they're the biggest in America. I'm assuming that's the section that you wanted stitched, right? I mean, I'm sure you thought, how can I really just... And that was the phrase. That one right there. So I figured, since that's what you wanted, I'd give it to you. So now that we've got getting your attention out of the way, how about we talk about your misinformation and the fact that you seem to want to blame everything on Black women. Meanwhile, you should be talking to your mother. First and foremost, she should be talking to you about hygiene and how she failed you. I mean, I know it goes back generations that our people were just, required Black people to teach us how to bathe. Yeah, that's where we learned hygiene from. Long time ago, yeah. And when our mothers were too busy, right, doing whatever it is that they did besides raise their children, guess who was raising us? You know the answer to that. Yeah. So I think you still need to go back and talk to your mother. Because it seems that she couldn't even afford to have you raised right. Yeah. So that makes you poor. And, okay, cool. So we've got two out of the way. Poor, white, and based on your surroundings. Well, who am I to judge? Let's go ahead and do it since you're so good at it. I mean, it seems like you're fine with that type of dialogue, right? So you should be fine with me talking to you the way that you want to talk about Black women and how Black women hurt your little feelings. So now you have to come out to the internet with your out-of-control eczema and your vape and cry and be mean and try to provoke and rage farm off of Black women. It's almost as if you have a kink. I know you got your new sheets and you want to wear them out. That is. But it would be better off if you just put them on your bed, right? Sought out a really good dermatologist. And then go talk to your mom and ask her why she failed you. because you're taking it out on the most compassionate, most educated, most patient, and most tolerant group of women on the planet. Because trust me, if they wanted to ever get even, because you just wanted somebody to come out here and regurgitate all the historical facts because you get your rocks off on the idea of women being hurt, especially black women. A misogyn war is just, well, I'd say eating you up from the inside, but yeah, it clearly hasn't been doing its job. You're still here talking.
What is my kind? I'm a human being. My kind is a human being. I'm not like a orca, or a bear or like a bunny somewhere. I'm a human being. So I don't hate human beings. I'm on this app every day fighting for humanity, fighting for human beings, opposing. So I don't know what you mean by my kind. And I don't hate people. I hate people. And I hate agents of supremacy like Candace Owens. If you can just tell me 3 things that we will have to be proud of, something that we did that benefited society, I'm all ears. Because from what I can tell by our history, we're nothing but maniacs. We're savages. We're disgusting. We appropriate other people's culture. Everything about us has been stolen from other people, to include our museums. Everything in them. Supremacy is a disease that needs to be eradicated. The only thing I have to be proud of as a woman is the fact that I'm It is the fact that I am opposing people like you. It is the fact that I'm using privilege to combat supremacy, because this is not the legacy that I want to leave for my son. I'm humiliated knowing what I know. It's devastating learning the truth, the atrocities that my family committed. My family. Yeah, pieces of my entire family. All. Maybe if you took the time to educate yourself on the truth of what we, people who look like us, have done, of the advantages that we have, a privilege that we have that comes at the cost of the suffering and oppression of anyone who doesn't look like us, maybe you would be mad too. It's enraging. I'm not going to sit around guilt and I'm pissed. So I'm fighting back. And you don't have to like men. Of course you don't, because you benefit the most. So why would you want to dismantle this system that benefits you the most? Why would you care about the suffering and plight of everyone else as long as you get what you need, man, right? I hope I'm alive to see that it crumble, because there is nothing I would love to see more than a bunch of on their knees begging for mercy. You have the day you deserve.
Welcome back, my viewers. Now let's get into the details, the receipts that these people have brought out. Let's start with the intriguing concept of palm coloredness and its potential origins as shaped by influential figures and billionaires. Imagine a scenario where the term palm coloredness wasn't merely an organic identity, but in some instances, a construct strategically designed to placate certain aspirations. Picture this narrative as a response to ambitions that went beyond financial attainability, a symbolic gesture given to individuals who may never reach billionaire status. Now, it prompts us to question the authenticity of palm coloredness as an end identity and consider it in part as a narrative crafted to maintain societal order. Now, by unraveling this perspective, we aim to encourage critical thinking about the motivations behind such constructions, sparking a dialogue on how these narratives influence our perceptions and shape our societal landscape. Now, to deepen our understanding of the narrative surrounding palm coloredness, we need to get into the psychological aspects at play. Consider the role of aspiration and societal expectations, where the term palm coloredness may have been strategically introduced to provide a sense of belonging and identity to those who aspire to wealth but might not attain it. Now, this narrative, crafted by influential figures, acts as a psychological buffer, offering a form of social validation to individuals who may harbor unfulfilled ambitions. Moreover, the idea of palm coloredness as a construct could be seen as a tool to maintain social cohesion, providing a common identity for a diverse group, I bet one that's divorced from economic realities. By exploring these nuances, we aim to dissect the intricate relationship between societal narratives, individual aspirations, and the shaping of identities. Now, when it comes to exploring hygiene practices and the contributions from the Black community, we need to peel back the layers of history to unveil a narrative often overshadowed. Picture a tapestry woven with the wisdom of different cultures, where hygiene becomes a shared learning experience. From skincare secrets to wellness rituals, we will unravel how the exchange of knowledge has shaped the practices people often take for granted. So join me in acknowledging the significant contributions made by Black individuals, recognizing that hygiene, far from a one-sided teaching, is a dynamic process of cultural enrichment. Now, the Black community has made significant contributions to hygiene practices, imparting valuable knowledge that has transcended cultural boundaries. One notable area is skincare, where traditional remedies and techniques have been shared and adopted. For instance, practices such as using natural oils, plant-based ingredients, and herbal remedies from skin health have been integral in both historical and contemporary contexts. Hairstyling and maintenance, including intricate braiding techniques, have been influential, shaping not only personal grooming habits, but also the broader beauty and fashion industries. The emphasis on holistic well-being and the utilization of natural resources showcase a rich tapestry of wisdom that extends beyond cultural lines, contributing to a more comprehensive understanding of hygiene and self-care practices. Expanding on the contributions of Black communities to hygiene practices, we need to consider the realm of oral health. Traditional methods of dental care, including the use of natural remedies like chewing sticks or specific herbs, have been integral to maintaining oral hygiene. Now, these practices, rooted in cultural wisdom, have not only contributed to individual well-being, but have also influenced the development of oral care products. Cultural significance of communal bathing rituals and herbal infusions for purification purposes highlights a holistic approach to hygiene. The emphasis on natural, sustainable resources underscores a deep connection to the environment and a mindset that values the synergy between personal health and the broader ecosystem. Now, we're seeing Black communities having this rich tradition of skincare practices, utilizing natural oils, herbs, and plant-based ingredients. Techniques for moisturizing, exfoliating, and protecting the skin have been shared and adopted by diverse communities. Hairstyling and maintenance, particularly intricate braiding techniques, have been influential contributions from Black communities. Now, these practices not only serve aesthetic purposes, but also contribute to the overall health and maintenance of hair. Traditional methods of oral care, such as using natural remedies like chewing sticks or specific herbs, have been integral. These practices extend beyond individual health, impacting the broader understanding of oral hygiene. Cultural practices around communal bathing rituals, often incorporating herbal infusions, showcase a holistic approach to hygiene. Now, these rituals not only contribute to physical cleanliness, but also have social and spiritual dimensions. The emphasis on holistic well-being, considering the interconnectedness of physical, mental, and spiritual health, is a significant contribution. Now, this holistic perspective has influenced various aspects of self-care and hygiene. Beyond personal hygiene, Black cultures have contributed valuable insights to broader healthcare practices. Traditional healing methods, herbal remedies, and holistic approaches to wellness have left a lasting impact. Now, I also want to shed light on the understanding that palm-coloredness isn't an inherent trait, but rather a social construct shaped by historical context and societal dynamics. It's not about attributing blame or creating division, but about critically examining the focus that have played a role in crafting this identity. We need to explore the idea that palm-coloredness wasn't earned through individual achievements, but in part bestowed as a label by influential figures and billionaires. Now, this perspective challenges us to question the authenticity of identity constructs and how they influence our perceptions. Now, here are some key ways in which race as a social construct has been historically employed as a tool for categorizing and stratifying people. Justification for slavery. In the context of European colonization and the transatlantic slave trade, the categorization of people based on race was used to justify the enslavement of certain groups. Now, this racial hierarchy provided a moral moral rationalization for the exploitation and dehumanization of enslaved individuals. Colonialism and imperialism. The concept of race was instrumental in justifying colonial practices and imperialism. Europeans, under the guise of racial superiority, justified the subjugation and exploitation of indigenous populations, asserting that they were bringing civilization and progress. Legal segregation and discrimination. Throughout history, various legal systems enforced racial segregation and discrimination. Laws such as Jim Crow laws in the United States institutionalized racial separation, leading to unequal treatment in areas such as education, public facilities, and voting rights. Economic exploitation. Racial categories have been exploited for economic gain, with certain racial groups subjected to systemic economic disadvantages. Now, this has been evident in practices like redlining, where minority communities were denied equal access to housing and financial opportunities. Social hierarchies. Race has been used to create and perpetuate social hierarchies, reinforcing notions of superiority and inferiority. This has had profound impacts on individuals' access to education, employment, and social mobility. Racial categories have been manipulated through propaganda and stereotyping to perpetuate certain narratives. Negative stereotypes have been used to justify discriminatory practices and to maintain a sense of superiority among dominant racial groups. We have finally come to the end of the video. What do you have to say? Share your comments in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.